Hey guys, what's up? So I'm in study hall again today, and I'm in a different room. I don't really like this room personally. I like the other room, and I'm laying on a piano. But today we are going to talk about best friends. Just I guess best friends. I don't know. I guess I've only really had one best friend in my entire life, but he and I have been best friends since 4th grade, which is a really long time for kids to be best friends. Like, normally, 2 years you grow apart and you're kind of like, okay, I don't like you anymore, leave. But we've been best friends for 7 years now. And I think most of it is because we kind of do have more than friends feelings for each other. And shit, there are people. I don't like people. Oh my, there's just a few people. I don't like people. Now we have to talk quietly because there's fucking people in the other room. There are people, you just can't see them. My best friend's name is Cameron, with a K. Because he's weird like that. My teeth look really yellow because I'm wearing a white shirt. My teeth are not yellow. I'm just saying. His name is Cameron. And we first became best friends when he first moved here from, I don't even know where he came from. I know he's born in Alaska. I think he lived in Ohio once. And I want to say he lived in Tennessee. But when he first moved here, everybody thought he was a girl because he kind of sounded that way. Like, his voice is kind of girly, but I mean, you're in 4th grade. It's not like he had hit puberty. So, I wanted to be friends with him because, at that point I didn't have any friends, and I'd been in the school for 3.5 years. So I decided, okay, people don't like him, people don't like me, let's be friends. And, kind of from there, I don't even remember, how I went up to him. I know when I was little, I was a very energetic child. So, I would just blurt things out. Fucking crazy. Yeah, so then we became friends, and it just kind of went from there. I know there was one time we were riding the bus and I was little, so I don't even know why, I wanted to know this, but, it should have been kind of obvious. I wanted to know if both of our coats would zip together. So, we zipped them together and we put them over our head. I really don't like people. Anyway, we took the coats and we put them over our head, and then everybody said that we kissed and we didn't, and I was in 5th grade, and I was like, what? And then so then it escalated, we had a little circle of friends. I was the one girl out of a group of 5 guys, and that was our friend group. It was me, Cameron, Jarrett, Tristan, and William. Look, there's another one. Yep, I guess that's all of them. So, you know, like, it was one girl out of 5 guys, and like, that's why I felt like I've always fit in with guys. And yeah, so like that's how we became friends, you know, it's like nobody liked him, and then over the years it kind of just like progressed, and so like we're best friends or whatever. And then like 8th grade, we decided that we were going to admit to each other that we actually had like real feelings for each other. That was awkward. What? Okay. So now I'm on the floor. Anyway, so like, you know, 8th grade, I decided, like, I came to the realization that I didn't just like him as a friend anymore. Like, I had feelings for him more than a friend, and, you know? So like I decided like I had feelings for him, you know, and I was like, I kind of have to tell him because I kind of want to date him, and it was really awkward. But like I had to tell him, you know, like he's my best friend. Like I tell him everything. And at first I was really scared because it's like you're my best friend. Like you're my best friend, and I have a crush on you, and like this is awkward because I tell you everything. Well then, like, you know, before, like when he came back, he'd gone to DC with his mom or whatever, and when he came back, one of my friends had gone missing like a month before, and she had come back like when I was in ISS, and I came out of ISS, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed you, whatever, I need to tell you something, and I was like, I have feelings for Cameron. She's like, really? I was like, yeah. What do I do? And she's like, well, tell him. And like, then she continued to then date him before I did, because I told her that I liked him. That sucked, like, really bad. Like, I had to sit there and watch them be happy together and listen to people say shit, and like, I cried so much. And then I was kind of like, I made a bet with him. I was like, I bet you $20 you will kiss me before you kiss me. And to this day, he still owes me $20. I'm just saying. To this day, he still owes me $20. And then, like, you know, after they broke up, and then I was dating somebody, and all I had to do was break up with my boyfriend. And so, like, we broke up and whatever, and then, like, I wanted him to ask me out, but he wouldn't. He's so freaking weird. I don't know what, my hood's not listening to me right now, and I really don't like it. Yep. Let's go all skater chick again. Actually used to be a skater chick. used to. So then, like, oh, that would make sense. Kind of. No, this way. Yep, so then, like, that still doesn't look good, but who cares? So then, like, I asked him, I was like, will you go out with me? He's like, yes. So I was like, fuck yes. Like, I was so happy. And that's cheesy, yes, I know. I'm really hoping he doesn't watch this video. Like, I'm really hoping he doesn't watch this video. My fucking hood is so fucked up. Well, if he watches this video, oops. And then, like, so we started dating and everything, and it was, like, perfectly fine, whatever. But sometimes I get in moods where, like, I don't talk to people. So I'm, like, really quiet. And, like, I guess he hates it when I do that. Like, he hates when I get really quiet and stuff, so, like, he'll get me to talk, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk. And I'll put my headphones in and, like, listen to music. And he always, like, used to, like, put his arms around me and, like, hold me while we were on the bus. We were at the bus together. Well, we used to. He wouldn't kiss me, like, ever. We did kiss eventually. After I told him, like, for the millionth time to kiss me. Actually, I gave him little hints by playing the song Kiss Me Slowly by Parachute on his phone. Like, I'd play it over and over and over again. And then like after a month, like a month after, I think it was a month after we started dating, someone told me that Bronwyn, my ex-friend, whatever you want to call her, was telling people that she slept with him. And I was like, why is she sleeping with my boyfriend? And, like, I asked her about it. I'm like, did you have sex with him? And she's like, no. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be mad. I just want to know. And she's like, no, but we did make out and everything, whatever. And I got really pissed off. And so I confronted him about it. And he was like, I didn't cheat on you. I would never cheat on you. All this other stuff. Like, we got into a huge fight in band. Like, 8-hour band. I still remember it. Like, I hate it though, because I was so pissed off. I really wish we hadn't broke up. Like, I really wish we hadn't. So we got into a fight during band. And basically the fight was just like, he said, I would never cheat on you. Bronwyn hates me, so she's probably trying to get you to hate me too. And I'm like, no, Bronwyn doesn't hate you. If anything, she hates me. And I was like, no one can ever get me to hate you. Except for him. But he's like, can we at least talk about it? He came up to me, he came up behind me. And I was standing there and I was talking to Courtney, and she's now my current friend. We're now friends. But then we weren't friends, and I don't know why I went up to her and talked to her, but I told her about the whole situation, and he came up behind me and was like, we need to talk about it. And she turned around, she's like, there's nothing to talk about, and she flipped out on him. And then she was like holding me, and I'm like, we're not even friends, like, you know? Yeah. But then, you know, after everything that happened, I did feel like a little insecure with our friendship. And after we broke up, I really wanted to date him again. Like, I really did. I wanted to get back into that relationship with him. But at the same time, I didn't know if I could do it. I didn't know, like, if I would be able to trust him with other girls, because it's like once you cheat on someone, like, and then he finally did admit to me that he cheated. So, you know, then it's like, what do I do, you know? So then freshman year came around, and we always get into the stupidest fights, like the dumbest fights ever in the freaking world for best friends. It's like, what? And so, you know, we got into all these fights, and one time I said, I don't even know what I said. Maybe I have to find these conversations. I know. What? Well, that one's confusing. Okay then. Very confuzzled. Oh boy. This may take a while. 2012. Oh, I hate my logic. I'm so stupid. Ha! No, you didn't. I don't know. It was something about, like, the way he hangs out with the girls. Like, he hangs out with girls that, like, I feel like they're prettier than me and all that stuff, you know. He still hangs out with those girls today. And, like, before we started dating again, he said, I promise this time it'll be just you and me. So I said yes, so whatever, you know. And that was during homecoming, freshman year. And, you know, I trusted him. I believed him. But I'm still a girl, so I'm still really insecure. And I was really unsure about everything. You know, and I ended up breaking up with him again because of the insecurity and stuff, and he got really pissed off. And I know there was another time last year at a concert where me and Courtney locked him in a room, and we got into this huge fight, like a really big fight. And like, because he was talking, some people had told me, like, he was saying crap about me behind my back. And I was like, really, you're gonna talk shit about me? And then we got into this huge fight, and he's like, yeah, well, how many times have I broken up with you, asked you out, gone out with you, and broken up with you for no reason? And I was like, yeah, well, how many times have I cheated on you? I was like, how many times have I cheated on you and lied about it for 4 days? And he's like, you haven't. And Courtney's like, yeah, that's the point. and I don't like bringing up the fact that he cheated on me. But then there's the whole thing with his girlfriend now. I don't like his girlfriend. You know, like, if she wasn't dating him, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with being friends with her. But she's dating my best friend. And for that reason, I have lost my best friend. And for that reason, I am now my best friend's fuck buddy. Well, I was. I'm not his fuck buddy anymore. Actually, I kind of got really pissed off at him because he sent me a text message and he's like, "Are we friends with benefits?" And I'm like, we could be, but, you know, I don't know. And then I was like, "Do you want to be?" And he never responded, so then I sent him a message the other day. I'm like, "You're an ass, you know, you can't just text someone asking them if they want to be, if you're friends with benefits or whatever, and then not talk to them. You either talk to them or you don't talk to them. Get it straight. It's not nice to freaking fuck with people's feelings. It is not nice to fuck with people's feelings, and I don't think he gets that because he does it all the freaking time." Yes, I've slept with my best friend. No, I really don't care. You know, like, I don't. So, whatever. I love my best friend. I will admit, I am in love with my best friend. There is nothing anyone can do about it. And currently, I'm in love with my best friend and I fucking hate his guts. I know on Valentine's Day we got into a huge fight. And I went home on Valentine's Day crying. Just bawling. Like, I could not stop. I stopped for maybe 5 seconds so my parents wouldn't see. And then I went to my room and I cried for like 4 hours. And then when I stopped, I had to like try my hardest to not start crying again. And then when I went to bed, I literally just cried all night because we got into a fight on Valentine's Day this year. And the majority of it is because, like, I love him that much that it's like I don't like hurting him because he's like my brother in a way, and that's really weird because at the same time, like, I have more feelings for him than that, you know. So it is really awkward, you know. But he's like my brother, my best friend, and my whatever in one, you know. So, you know, yeah. That's awkward. Been there, done that. Oh, I went there. I so just went there. I'm just kidding. I'm not bi. I'm pretty sure I'm straight. I'm gonna stick with guys. So, and then, you know, last year, after we broke up and everything, I guess we got into a fight or something. And, last year I wanted him, oh no, wait. I think that was last year. Either last year or the year before. Oh wait, I can find these messages. Oh boy. There's a breakup message. Well, that's awkward. I hate reading our messages. They make me want to cry. Like, oh wait, they're in one of these freaking categories. I'm so stupid. 2012, when was that? let's see, 2000, let's see. So it would have been 8th grade. 8th grade, I wanted him to ask me out. But he wouldn't. Like, he wanted, I told him, I was like, you're torturing me here. Like, I was like, it's 6 words. And he's like, yeah, well, I feel like I have to be, like, have it be more, like, extravagant than that. I'm like, how the hell do you ask someone out in, like, a fucking fancy way? Like, I just want you to ask me out. Just fucking ask me out. That's it. And, you know, so we didn't start dating. But then I had him come over to my house. And we didn't have sex or anything, but, you know, things went pretty far. But, like, I don't even remember what I was going to say. Like, I miss him, which is weird because we go to the same school. So I see him every day. But somewhere in 9th grade last year, we got into a fight, I guess. I don't know if we did or not. And then during summer school, because I had to make up some credits, he was in summer school and he like almost raped me in the hallway, not like literally. It was like him and another guy were like holding me down and touching me. It was really annoying, but you know, whatever. I'm used to it from him. I was used to it from him. I am used to it from him, and the other guy was just like, you're weird. Can you not touch me? And you know, so it was weird. And then we kind of stopped talking after that, because he went to DC with his family again, and and then, like, you know, for some reason when he came back to school, he was different, you know. He wasn't talking to me. You know, he didn't ride the bus. That was one of my biggest things. The first day of school, I didn't know what to do because, like, I don't like sitting alone. And we always sit in the same spot because I once wrote hi. He was sitting in this seat, and I was sitting in the seat in front of him, and I leaned over the seat, and I wrote hi on the bus seat, on the back of the seat, with a glitter pen. And I wrote it upside down. And so it's still there, and that's always the seat we sit in together. And, you know, so I sat in that seat alone, though. It was awkward. So he doesn't ride the bus much anymore. When he does, he doesn't sit with me. But we stopped talking, you know, in the beginning of sophomore year this year. He just kind of distanced himself from me, I guess. And then I started noticing that he started, like, looking at me, like, staring at me. Like, I'd catch him staring at me during biology, and, you know, I'd catch him looking at me in the hallway, or when I'd come in here in the practice rooms, you know. And, like, it was weird because he hadn't talked to me. Well, then one day he messaged me, hi. Oh my gosh. And I was really confused. I was like, hi? And, you know, so then we started talking again. And then we ended up kind of being friends, but friends with benefits. For like a couple months last year. And, you know, like, him and his girlfriend started dating. at the homecoming dance, which was in September. And like originally I had tried to get them together because, you know, like I knew he liked her. And people had told me like that they thought he should date her and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, I'll try to get them together. And then I tried to get them together and he wouldn't listen to me, and I had talked to his girlfriend and I was like, would you date him if he asked you out? And she's like, yes. And then I found out that he asked her out at midnight at the homecoming dance. So, and then I kind of just like, at that point it became really real to me that he's like, he's not mine. He's not mine anymore. This video is 30 minutes long already. So, you know, and he's been cheating on his girlfriend, but I'm not gonna say anything. Like, he was cheating on his girlfriend, but I'm not gonna, I did try saying something to her. Like, I did not directly say, oh, okay, well, I slept with your boyfriend, but I said, you know, like, be careful, he could cheat on you, and she's too naive to believe any of it. So I just kind of quit trying. But I'm not gonna lie, I really miss him in my life. Because now it's just kind of that emptiness, like I don't have that person to turn to tell everything to anymore. You know, and it's like, it's sad, you know? And like, I know the last time we did anything back in December, I know he actually, no, well, no, I guess not the last time we did anything. The last time we met in the place where we always did things together, we didn't do anything or anything, but the last time we met in the place that we normally did things, I know he hugged me for the longest time and told me he missed me. And like at that point, we just hadn't talked for like 2 weeks. And so like, and it shocked me because those words, I'm gonna tell you now, those words have never come out of his mouth. Never, not once. Well, okay, I guess that's not true. Well, like, he's never actually physically said it to me. Ever. Like, I know, like, before I had him come over to my house, that Christmas I texted him and I was like, hey, I miss you, like, so much. And he's like, I miss you too, and whatever, you know? But that's different. And he was all the way in DC. Like, that's different, that's text. Those words have never, like, physically came out of his mouth to me. So I was like, it's terrible. I'll tell you one thing, it is so terrible being in love with your best friend. At the same time, it's like bliss. It's bliss because you already have that trust for each other and you already have that relationship with each other where you tell each other everything. And it's hell because you want to be the one that makes them happy. And if you're not dating, then, and they're happy with someone else, it kills you. But at the same time, you know, you have to be there for them because you're their best friend. So, you know, it's bliss and it's hell. It's blissful hell. I know me personally, I hate that no matter what, he always gets to me. Like, no matter what he does, he makes me go crazy. Like, just him looking in my eyes will make my heart race, and it's really stupid. And I can never say no to him. Like, I never can, unless I'm not if I'm face to face with him, I cannot say no to him. Which is why when I told my friends about us sleeping together, they were like, you need to get rid of him, you just need to say no. And I'm like, I can't. I really can't. Like, I want to sometimes, but I can't. It's hard, you know? Because I don't want to hurt him. I want to give him everything that he wants. And you know, when we got into fights about not being able to be just friends, I hated it because like I was crying. Like, I'm not kidding, when we get into fights now, I bawl my eyes out. we got into a fight March 1st, and it was about how he can't be friends with me because we can't be just friends, and his friends don't like me, and his girlfriend doesn't like me, and he can't have his best friend and his girlfriend not like each other. But you know, I went through it when we were best friends in 7th grade and I was dating Tanner. He hated Tanner. He's always hated every guy that I've dated. And I dealt with it. But, like, I'd be willing to be friends with her if she wasn't so naive. And if she wasn't dating him. So yeah, basically, in conclusion, this is my video about best friends, or pretty much my best friend, and kind of being in love with your best friend. And this is my splurge. In conclusion, I love my best friend, but I miss him. I love my best friend like a brother, and also like, you know, I love my best friend like a brother sometimes. And then I hate him too. But he'll always be my best friend in my heart, no matter what. He'll always be that one person, that one first person that I ever could trust with all of my heart. So yeah. I just kind of let you guys into the past like the past 7 years of my life with my best friend. But it's been totally blissful. He's always been there. When we got into fights when we were younger, it'd be for like 5 minutes. I know the longest time when we were younger, the longest time we were fighting with each other was 24 hours, and then we turned around and we were best friends again. We hate not being best friends. Like, we hate not talking to each other. I hate not talking to him. Which is like when we get into fights and he tells me not to talk to him, I go maybe like 2 weeks, and that's like hard for me. And I'm like, every day I'm thinking, I want to text you, I want to email you, I want to talk to you, I want to hug you, I just want to talk, you know. And sometimes and then I give in and I'm like, hey, can we talk? And like, about what? I'm like, I don't know, just freaking talk. I just want to talk. I miss you. So you know, this is my conclusion on best friends. Well, my best friend, and I love him. Peace out. Love y'all, all of y'all. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, thumbs up, you know, tell some other people about me. Comment what you guys think I should do. Peace out. Love y'all.